With new insight on the mistrial declared earlier this week in the trial of a former police officer who shot and killed an unarmed black man in South Carolina. For 4 days, the jury deliberated over the fate of Michael Slager, but could not reach a unanimous decision. Dorsey Montgomery served as the jury foreman. He's along here with his lawyer, Ross Miller. Gentlemen, good morning to both of you.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks.
Excellent.
Officer Slager said he feared for his life. He fired to protect his own life after he thought Walter Scott had gained control of his taser. But so many people have seen that video, that cell phone video, Mr. Montgomery, that shows Mr. Scott being shot in the back as he ran away. When you got into that jury room after the trial, how did you deal with that?
Well, at first, we looked at the evidence that has been presented, and looking at the video, of course, the video is something that's very shocking. So not knowing everything that we know now, of course, we can speculate. But after seeing the video and seeing the evidence, we understand just a little bit different now.
You personally, when you prepared and started deliberating, were you prepared to convict Officer Slager?
At that point in time, yes. At that point in time, yes. Initially, it was going to be murder. But after we looked at the evidence and read the laws and looked at the things that were presented to us by the judge, we had to come to find out that he didn't do anything malicious. He had manslaughter when he had a brief disturbance and reason for that moment. So based on the law, that would be classified under manslaughter, voluntary manslaughter.
It was reported that there was one lone juror who held out, but you say that that was not the case. This was an evolution of a number of people. Right. What happened inside there? How many jurors?
And that's why I'm here to correct that and speak up for my jurors who were with me in the deliberation room, because I come to find out that the media misconstrued that particular letter. When that letter was submitted on that Friday, it was because we had one individual who was just deadlocked that he wasn't changing, but yet we had 5 other individuals who were undecided. And so because of that, we went, and when the judge asked me, I believe that we could have deliberated just a little bit more to see if we could sway that particular juror and get those who were undecided to make a decision.
You're referencing a letter that was sent to the judge on Friday where the juror said that he or she could not in good conscience consider a guilty verdict.
Yes.
How did that juror explain that sentence, that letter to you?
He just had his own convictions, and I'll leave that right there.
You're the only African-American on that jury, correct?
I was.
11 other jurors, all white. Do you think race played any role in the deliberations and the outcome of this trial?
Due to the society that we live in, race will always be a factor. But at that point in time, I do believe some jurors may have had that in their mind, but the majority of them didn't have anything in reference to race that may have played a factor in the decision.
Let me bring in Ross, your attorney. Ross, there's been a lot of talk, obviously, as mentioned, about race, but also how jurors see police and the difficulty in coming to a conclusion to convict an officer involved in a shooting. This officer said he feared for his life.
And did what his training told him to do.
Did what his training told him to do. How, in your experience, do jurors process that firsthand account from officers?
They'll take into consideration what the officer says, of course, but people have a preconceived notion as to what police should and will do, regardless of whether or not they've obviously never been in a similar situation. But people have these preconceived notions of what police should do, what they will do under intense circumstances, and I can't really speak to what the officer in question did or why he did what he did.
Let me end with you, Mr. Montgomery. Walter Scott's mom said after the mistrial, she said, "It's not over until God says it's over." What would you say to Walter Scott's mom?
At this point in time, I believe that justice shall come forth, and whatever the outcome is, it's what the outcome shall be. I just played a small part in this particular part of it, but whatever the outcome would be, that will what the outcome shall be.
Mr. Montgomery, we appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much, Mr. Miller. Thank you as well.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.